as the country continues to deal with the fallout of Roe v. Wade being overturned, the Supreme Court is preparing to take up another slew of high-profile cases.
The High Court begins a new term today, and there will be a new face on the bench, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson. National correspondent Mara Sirianni has the details on what we can expect. Hey, Mara, good morning.
Guys, good morning. So the new term, of course, will begin with a lineup of some major cases that could result in historic rulings. The conservative court is set to take up more social issues this term, including cases on affirmative action, voting, and gay rights. Now, the High Court will hear arguments in a Harvard affirmative action case that centers on the use of race in college admissions and will be heard with a similar case in Students for Fair Admissions versus the University of North Carolina. Now, the argument here centers around whether policies discriminate against Asian American and white candidates. The court has repeatedly upheld affirmative action programs, most recently in 2016. Well, next up, two voting rights cases. The first centers around whether Alabama's 2021 redistricting plan violates Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, which bans voting procedures that discriminate on the basis of race. Now, a lower court already deemed the case discriminatory against Alabama's black voters. And in North Carolina, Moore versus Harper, Republican lawmakers there have already challenged a ruling by the state Supreme Court, which struck down the legislature's heavily gerrymandered congressional map. And finally, a gay rights case, which will return to the court. Justices must decide whether some businesses open to the public may refuse to provide services to potential customers based on religious or other convictions. Now, the case centers around Lori Smith, who owns a website design company that says it serves gay customers but intends to limit its wedding-related services to celebrations of straight couples only. Now, this is also, as we mentioned, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson's first term. She took the judicial oath Friday at a special sitting of the Supreme Court and said she is humbled and ready to get to work.
People from all walks of life approach me with what I can only describe as a profound sense of pride and what feels to me like renewed ownership. I can see it in their eyes. I can hear it in their voices. They stare at me as if to say, look at what we've done.
Now, of course, the Supreme Court's beginning this new term under a shadow since its draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade was leaked back in May. Guys, polling shows the public's opinion of the Supreme Court has hit historic lows.
Yeah. I looked at one of those polls, like since the 2000s, it has gone way down. So they've got a lot of work to do to get their reputation back to where it needs to be. Correspondent Mara Sirianni. Thanks, Mara.